Hi everyone, I hope you're well. I hope you've all enjoyed a good bank holiday weekend. Yeah, it's been a few weeks again since I posted an update on here, and that has just been down to the fact that I've been super busy. Things have started to happen again. The women's football season starts again this coming weekend. I was privileged enough yesterday to be one of the very few people inside Walton Hall Park for Everton Women's final pre-season game before the season kicks on away at Bristol next Sunday. And oh my word, it was just so unbelievable to be back watching live football. Honestly, like the best feeling ever. And I felt very privileged and very lucky to be there providing content across the Everton Women channels, and some of you may have seen it. If you haven't, then do go and check all that out. But yeah, it was great and an extremely exciting time for the women's team, as a lot of you will already be aware. A big 5-0 for the girls yesterday, and I'll go on to talk about that more shortly. But for now, I think there's so much to cover over since I've last spoke to you guys, but the main things I think that everybody's talking about, everybody's anticipating, is it looks like we are finally gonna be getting our first hopefully few signings, or at least a couple, over the line in the coming days, hopefully sooner rather than later. It looks likely that Allan will be the first to come through the door. I'm hoping we get that announced and over the line in the coming days, hopefully tomorrow. That'd be lovely. And James Rodriguez, whatever you want to say, it looks like he may be coming to Everton, which, when I cast my mind back to, I think it would have been the 2014 World Cup, where he was the best player in the tournament for Colombia, just absolutely unbelievable. And if I'd have thought that I could be watching him in an Everton shirt, in the not too distant future, I'd have probably pinched myself. So, but this could be, we've got one of the best managers in the world in Carlo Ancelotti. Rodriguez has, of course, played under him twice previously, with Real Madrid and with Bayern Munich as well. So I think that, there's obviously a very, very good relationship between player and manager there. One of the best managers in the world, one of the best players in the world, looks like he's on his way to Everton Football Club. And one before that will probably be Allan from Napoli, who, again, of course, has played under Carlo Ancelotti at his time in Italy. And I just love this fella. Honestly, I just love him. I think he is exactly what we need to sign. He's exactly what we've been missing for so long. A proper box-to-box midfielder. I know that term's thrown around, but that is exactly what he does so well. He can do the business going forward. He's great in defence, absolutely loves a tackle, loves to get stuck in, looks like a bit of a nutter, and I love and welcome all of that. I feel that we need to be more aggressive. We need to be more a bit snide in our approach sometimes, and get stuck in and not roll over and be nicey Everton all the time. And I think he fits that mould perfectly. James Rodriguez, of course, I mean, a player like himself, just think of what that brings to us in terms of the excitement for the fans, in terms of the brand of Everton, the shirt sales and stuff, because people will just be going mad for that. I think it makes people, again, sit back and look at us and go, okay, because obviously since Ancelotti came in, things picked up. We saw vast improvement in the way we played and what he managed to get out of that squad and that group of players. But especially since the restart, we can see how sorely we are lacking, and that if we didn't bring in the players that Ancelotti wanted, then we really would struggle to get where we need to be next season. And I keep saying at the very least that we need to be doing next season is getting into Europe. When we've got a manager like that, we've got the stadium. Again, there's stuff to talk on that briefly, shortly. But we've got to be doing it on the football pitch. And I think what we're seeing with these signings is we need people that can come in and make that difference now and take us from here up to here now. It's not gonna, well, I say that, but it's obviously not a case of now it's all going to go. But they are going to improve us immensely. There will still be a lot of work that we need to do in the squad. We all know that. It's a total rebuild job, but it's got to be a window by window. And for now, I think if we get those two players in, there's still talk that we're in discussions with Watford about Decore. Don't know what will happen there. I wouldn't mind seeing us get, I think we could do with a right back, probably a right winger. There's positions that we need, but listen, if we manage to get Decore, Allan and Rodriguez done and through the door, then I think everybody feels a lot better then, don't we? Everybody's starting to get a bit excited again, and it's nice. I had no doubt, to be honest with you, that this would happen and this would come. As I've kept saying, we've just got to let Carlo do his thing, let the board, they've got to deliver for him, and it looks like that is going to be happening. So yeah, we can all start to be a little bit, breathe a sigh of relief though when we see those announcements and those contracts done and dusted. But yeah, wow, the thought of that. Who'd have thought that, Carlo Ancelotti as Everton manager and James Rodriguez going out there in the royal blue as well. If someone had said that to me, as I say, a few years ago, I'd have just been like, as if, but it's what we deserve and it's what we're finally starting to see. So more of that, please. Long may that continue. Let's hope we see plenty of transfers coming in. But yeah, I just mentioned the stadium there. Now, it was revealed, I think it was some point last week. I remember I was in the Toffee TV studio at the time with Mr. Ped, and we saw the news about Everton's revised stadium designs. English Heritage wanted us to make some amendments to certain parts of the design. We've seen that massive big stairway thing in the concourse, and I think the roof had to be moved slightly. The car park's gone, the multi-storey car park's gone, and yeah, there's a number of changes. If you haven't seen them yourselves, you can see them on the club website. And to be honest with you, I think it actually looks better. I actually think it looks better. The club don't anticipate that it is going to affect the cost of the stadium. It might put things back by about a few weeks, given, of course, that we're going to have to go back to Liverpool City Council with these amendments to the designs. So it's not a total restart, it's just a couple of tweaks. They're going to go back, I think, at the end of this year, and it's all looking that the hope is that we'll see, spade in the ground and work start on Bramley-Moore Dock at the start of 2021, which really isn't very far away. It's just a matter of a few months away now. So that's all very, very exciting. I know it's all very tetchy, isn't it, when it comes to the stadium, and whenever the club say, we've got an announcement about Bramley-Moore Dock, we all kind of go, oh god, what's it going to be? Because you just know everybody is just wanting us to fail. Well, not everyone, them lot, I think, and we anytime there's something, it's not going to happen, but no, I very much do think that it's going to be happening, and let's just hope we see the work starting to get done in the next few months. At the start of 2021, I think we'll all feel amazing when we see things starting to be done down on Bramley-Moore Dock. So lots to be excited about. As I said, just the buzz of those new players seemingly on their way and stuff makes you feel totally different, because the season's not far off at all. We saw the 3-3 draw with Blackpool, wasn't great, obviously. The Blackburn friendly, which I think was scheduled to be tomorrow at Ewood Park, has been cancelled following discussions from both clubs. I'm not sure the reasons as to why that has been, but we will be playing Preston at Goodison Park. I think it was on the 5th of September. So those were changes to the fixtures and stuff there. Gosh, it has been a long time since I did a video. So even since then, I think we had the letter from Denise Barrett-Baxendale talking about, obviously there's going to be no fans for the first few fixtures of the season. We didn't expect there to be. What they're going to do about when fans can be introduced, it will be at a more limited capacity, but they'll try and do that in the most fair or whatever way. To be honest, I can't grasp or get my head around how that would happen. But it's weird. Football's weird without fans. It'd be weird to be in there as a limited capacity, I think. But, the world's different now, isn't it? The world is a different place, as we know. I very much experienced that yesterday when I was working at Walton Hall Park, as I said, with Everton Women's team. It was amazing. It was great to see Willie Kirk and the staff and all the girls who I've missed like mad. You know, we're a tight group, that team, that squad, and I'm very lucky to be able to be a part of it and get to do what I do and travel with the team and whatnot. And all being well, hopefully I'll continue that role through the season, travelling with the team and getting content. Really enjoyed it being, you know, just watching live football again. But it was like even doing the post-match interviews, you've got to keep your 2 metres distance at all times from everybody. You've got to have your mask on, constantly be aware of if you know, sanitising, and you're watching football, but there was no fans, and that was a very strange feeling. There was a few people on Walton Hall, the hill, watching the girls. Were obviously just out and about and had noticed the match on, and it, you know, I think people just were so enjoying seeing live football again as well. And yeah, I just can't wait, especially there, by the way, I can't wait for fans to be allowed in, because the impact I think you'll see in that place, and the stands are starting to come up. It's looking great, by the way. Walton Hall Park's looking absolutely great. I cannot wait until fans are allowed back in there, and I think it's going to be a real fortress. I think we're going to have a good back in this season. From all Blues I've spoken to, everybody's really interested, everybody's really on board with the, you know, for too long Everton Women had kind of tailed off a little bit. I think we were a real dominant force in women's football a few years ago. We sort of tailed off a little bit, and now with the investment and also the good players that have come through, the likes of Meg and Shani Boyce-Lorca and the like, you know, we've got a fantastic squad, so many internationals, players that have won Champions Leagues, won league titles, you know, played at World Cup, everything. We've got a real squad of winners. I was lucky enough to meet our new French striker, Valerie Gavin. A lot of you would have watched her in the 2019 Women's World Cup for France. Unbelievable talent, one of the players of the tournament, and she was lovely. Really enjoying her life in Liverpool, so it was great to meet her. I got to see Izzy Christiansen play for the first time in the flesh in a blue shirt. Hayley Razzo the same. Nicolene Sorensen, who scored as well. Meg Finnegan scored twice she scored once yesterday, scored twice in the game before that. I got to see Claire Emsley, new signing, who we got from Orlando Pride on a 6-month contract. She scored Scotland's first ever World Cup goal last summer as well. We've got Poppy Pattinson in there, we've got Ingrid Movold, we've got Ricky Savecki. Just an incredible team. Have I missed anyone? I'm not sure. There's been that many new players through the door, honestly. But some of the movement, especially the likes of Izzy and Hayley, and you know, Simone McGill, I think had a really lovely game as well. But there was a lot of substitutions, a lot of changing around, trying to give everybody the minutes. But all the girls, I think, did extremely well. And as I say, a 5-0 win. And I just cannot wait to see what happens this season. There's a real buzz. There's a real feeling of, okay, we want to get back to the top again. We want to push on and try and win things. We want to get Everton back where we need to be. And I think if you watch the interview with Izzy Christiansen as well, you can see very much that, like I just said about the men's team, we're trying to, that mentality in the women's team of, like, yeah, we can be a really great club and a really great group of people, but we're here to win, and we're here to, you know, we mean business. And yeah, you can really sense that from the team. There's a real sort of sense of, like, we're gonna do stuff, which is just great, and I can't wait to see what's to come this season. So stay tuned. Like I said, I'll be hopefully providing content for every Everton Women game, home and away. Obviously, you never know. You don't want to take anything for granted these days with what's gone on, and things can change at any point. But as I said, it was amazing to be back there. They rounded off their pre-season, back-to-back 5-0 wins, looking really sharp. Bristol away this Sunday, looking to kick on and have a really good season. So, yeah, so much has gone on. As I say, I think it's been a few weeks because I've just been non-stop. I've been recording some podcasts with some of the new signings as well, and basically just everything's moving again. So I'm having to do more, and I think I've done more in the last few weeks than I have done in probably 6 months, because yeah, it's the ball's starting to roll again, literally as well. So thought that was a bit of a dad joke. I sort of couldn't stop myself saying that then. But anyway, I'm rambling. I'm knackered, absolutely. But I just wanted to check in with you guys and catch up. I hope you're all doing well as well. In terms of, I know I talk about Everton predominantly in football, but I hope that you're all doing well and looking after your mental health. Every day is different, isn't it? I'm the same. I'm very up and down, as is to be expected, to be honest with you. But just do what you can to try and look after yourselves and look after each other as well in these mad and interesting times. So, yeah, I think I'm going to leave it there because I'm starting to ramble. Oh no, I've got a couple more little things just to say. Yeah, I did a few things with Toffee TV last week, which was great. Really good to get back in with Ped. So do get on to Toffee TV and check out the video we did talking about Allan and Rodriguez. This was obviously last week, so we were talking about, the potential of him coming and how we'd feel about that. Obviously, it'd be great, in my personal opinion, and Ped's too. But if you want to check that out, and there's also a video about Everton Women and discussing what we think the hopes and ambitions will be for this season. So go and check them out. Also did the Blue Room Weekly on Wednesday, and that'll be out now. But as I said, that's from last Wednesday, but I think I'm on again this Wednesday at 5 o'clock live on the YouTube channel. So there's plenty coming up. Should have plenty of content with Everton Women coming up. Various different channels on here. Just trying to keep it going and trying to keep my head at the same time, because it's just mental, isn't it, when the world is as the way it is. But don't get me wrong, I'm so grateful, like beyond words grateful to be able to be doing what I'm doing and having the taste of football again and being able to, even at distance and following all measurements, like see my friends and things again like that. So feeling very fortunate. But yeah, just make sure we're all being kind to ourselves and to each other where we can. And yeah, I'll check in again with you guys soon and hopefully have a few more exciting things. Hopefully we can talk about the signings of Rodriguez, Allan, Decore, and maybe more. Oh my gosh, I didn't mention Michael Keane, and I feel really bad about that. Michael Keane signed a 5-year deal with Everton yesterday. I wish him nothing but the best. I was a little surprised, if I'm completely honest. He has looked an awful lot better since Holgate's come in and since Ancelotti's come in. He's obviously got back into his national team. But yeah, Michael Keane, 5-year deal. Didn't see that coming. Really hope he proves a lot of people wrong, probably including myself, and smashes it. Lovely fella, wish him nothing but the best. Hope it works out well. I'm sure Ancelotti knows what he's doing. Who am I to question that man? So yeah, well done to Michael Keane on his contract. But yeah, let's hope there's a few new faces coming through the door as soon as possible. Stay tuned, and I'll speak to you all soon. Take care.